Alright. Welcome back, everybody. So we are. Well, first of all, we're on this planet. We are at just one base left. We have a full stack of missiles, but I've been thinking about it, and most of the playtests I've done were with with more upgrades, so I'm a bit skeptic about this one, to be honest. We have 26k here, but we're pulling resources out of this resource patch like crazy. So, I am going to head off to... Can I get the bottom one? No. I get a good angle here. I think that's still gonna be a no. So maybe just try this one. Oh, that's actually a very good angle. So yeah, as I was saying, perfect. I am gonna head towards the new planet, but I want to make sure I leave this one in a decent shape. Because we are probably gonna be out for quite a while. And I don't want research to be completely dead when I come back. So let's go on this line. Yep, that's that looks good. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm doing this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to swap out I'll keep this deposit just for making rockets, and oh yeah, that goes in there. Okay. Other than that, I'm not expecting any other surprises. I think I have a backup for that one. Yes, I do. This one should be fairly healthy. 31k, that is good. The copper here, 9k there, 15 here, but well, not that much left anyway, so it is what it is. I still have plenty here. I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Okay, I want to go with maybe like 60 missile turrets. And I need to make way more geothermal stations. So take all of that. What else do we have good here? Let's take... I'll need these ones. I do not have any engines, so I might end up just stealing from over here, if any. If not, I'll I'll just make a few more. Can I get any electric motors? I don't have any circuits. That's a bit unfortunate. So I have just 8 of these. This is not gonna be enough. Let's build these one by one. And well, there's at least one good part here. I do have some power poles. And I can definitely get a bit more steel, I think. So how many do I have? I want to start with at least 20. 16. Okay, that's 20. For this one I need circuit boards. Why is this not? Oh, this is full. Is this working? No, because I'm over consuming circuits. Okay. Okay, I've never set that one up, which is sure perfect. Doesn't matter all that much. Let me make sure I have everything else I need. Maybe get some belt. I think belt is a very good idea, and I need to actually get way more of these ones. Okay, that's not bad. 200 steel, that's quite surprising. Copper we can do that. We can definitely do more. I did want to stay and do the proliferator. So this one is basically empty. Reverse path. Okay, let's empty. I'll try to empty everything out, make as much as I can out of the existing supply. I'll do a system to backfeed here. I get an angle. Yep, can. And just quick box here. Oh. I've aligned that to the wrong belt, obviously. Anyway, this should make sure that we feed all of this first. And it's gonna take a bit until everything is back, so this is almost empty already. Let's not give them to fully empty. Obviously the ones at the very end will be the ones that drain slowest. This will increase power consumption, but I'm not expecting any weird surprises. Okay, we can see some of the new proliferator substance flowing through. I am stalling a bit, mainly to get more missiles. This is slowly gonna fill. I think some of the, yeah, that one is already full. These ones are almost empty. This one is full as well. I'll leave them like this. I don't want all of them to empty at the same time because that's gonna leave the ones at the very back empty for a long time. But we are doing Mark 2 proliferation now. Couple of things still with Mark 1. But we are good. Okay, we have a few more rockets. But that being said, let's actually do tier 2 proliferation. There's no reason I shouldn't be upgrading everything to tier 2. So this is gonna get quite a bit of consumption. Let's make this a bit faster. Okay, that is... I'm hoping to get a few CPUs as well, to be honest. But it's still a fairly big drop by the looks of it. Let's see, can I steal some from some of the chests? Really, it only goes here and it had that much of an impact? 450, so that was 200, this is 30 something, whatever. Let's produce a few more battlefields. How many? Right, I want to get more power plants. Surely I have some at least. Okay, I'm up to 20. 20 actually should be a good number. Let's stay at 20. 50. I don't want more of those right now. I think that should be okay. No engines. Am I pulling engines anywhere? In here, but I have none. I have a few logistic bots, but don't know if I should have been here for this long. I need to start. I need to start heading out. Next section is gonna be a lot of save and load. I kind of know that for a fact. Am I completely out of chests? Yes, I am. I should be able to get some down. Has this been proliferated? not entirely, but it is going fairly fast. So the difference here, I believe, is the number of shots. This has 28 shots, this has 27. And the base one has 24. With 4 more shots, it's something. It's not much. I don't think they get extra damage. 21 plus 4.2, 21 plus 4.2. Yeah, so the only difference is ammo amount. Which look, overall, it's gonna add up. Like, it's 1 extra per, that's 100 shots per stack. Are almost done. This has been idle for a while now. We haven't been producing ammo, but that's okay. Okay, everybody, wish me luck. I'm not comfortable with having just 8 battlefields. Let's go with this. 10 might be enough. So let's save. We're gonna call this 10 and we're gonna call this start, and make sure nothing is in the way. First of all, this is probably the worst time to start. We're at opposite sides of the of the spectrum, but it is what it is. We're not gonna pass by the hive. We're gonna get a bit too close to comfort, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna directly pull aggro. Or if we pull aggro, we're gonna drop it as we drop on the planet. I need to make sure that I'm actually falling on the non-aggro side of the planet, which is this one it? I need to make my way out of here because I'm literally surrounded in all directions. So I'll probably set up base maybe somewhere around here. That's a pretty nice lava lake. Okay, so first thing that could have went poorly actually is okay. Did I say that this is a nice lava lake or this one? That one. Yeah, this is a very nice lava lake. I do stand by that. I do stand by what I said. Okay, and we're gonna drop the rockets and very quickly place 2 storages. Grab everything, make sure that nothing falls down. Okay, we have some... let's mute that one. I don't want to know about attacks there. Where am I here? I don't want to build too far away. These 2 nests are... these 2 nests are fairly close by, so I'm actually gonna build over here, I think. Let's see, how much does 10 mean? I do have a bit of time, but not all the time in the world, so I do need to hurry up a bit. So that is... and I think that's fairly good. 2, 3... that's 5. Can I expand this one all the way through? Maybe I want to add another row over here. Not go all the way there. I probably should have used blueprints. Really? Foundation required. And okay, let's start plotting down. Let's start plotting down the actual defense. Can I drag these now? Interesting that they're not draggable. A lack of item. I really hope I have materials to... make a few more. That's annoying. No. Don't pull aggro, don't pull aggro. I cannot power anything up, and I don't think I can. Yeah, I cannot deal with that many. It's this one I need to load. Okay, so note to self, let's start a bit further back. Actually, why not? This looks decent enough. Um, use now, and let's make sure I align them properly. It's gonna make dealing with foundations substantially easier. Okay, I'm not missing that much belt. I can go mine a bit. So let's do this in a slightly more optimal manner. I can get away with maybe just 2 of these. So this one goes over here, this one it's in here, this one goes here. That's there, and this one goes over here. It is going to take a bit of time for everything to build. Okay, that is part 1. Part 2 is to actually put everything in here. This will start feeding. Let's put power poles down. To there and to here should technically power everything if I'm not mistaken. I could have designed this whole blueprint on the home planet, now that I think about it. Okay, so we have about 3,000 something missiles. Next up, I am just going to set up just a few battle stations. I'm wondering where is the best place to do that. Maybe on the sides here. Double that with battlefield. As soon as we start fighting, there's gonna be a lot of resources inbound. I'm gonna defend the lake. Let's have a quick look. I'm not gonna place down anything. The second I start placing things down, everything's gonna start happening all at once. It's not a huge lake, but it's it will have to do. So save this one, and well, I can preemptively place one here and one here and one here. I'll do a battlefield as well. Maybe over here. I think this should cover. And maybe one over here. I need to cover that one. I think this one will cover the bottom one. Okay, I'll call this 3 power and well, the plan is to place these as quickly as possible. Doesn't necessarily matter exactly what is the power gradient that I get, as long as we reach somewhere like 50 to 60. What's the power? That's 70. That's actually very good. And we need to actually hurry over here. Let's see how this one goes. This is gonna be one of the most difficult parts. Actually, it might not be this one that's the most difficult. It might be maybe the 4th or 5th base, because right now that one's done. Right now the attacks are very small, but as we push forward, okay, as we push forward, they are going to increase in size. And the more we have, the more difficult it is going to be to push back the first wave of defenses. As you can see, this one is actually going rather smooth. We have increased to... let's back a bit. There's quite a few attacks incoming. Actually, no, we can push. We can definitely push here. Let's not lose towers if we don't need to. Or destroyed. Fall back to a bit of, let's call it safety, and where do I want to attack next? So I have these ones over here, I have this nest over here. And this one over here. I think I want to get this one because it's fully isolated. So let's head over this way. Also, save. We have 2 down. 2 out of 10. That is. And as the old saying goes, strike the iron while it's hot. No, that was really bad. Keep putting. Okay, so I find this impossible to actually see the cursor. The cursor is yellow. Everything is either red and or yellow on the screen. I will use this trick to just position the cursor where I need to be able to see what's happening. Like. Get 3, maybe 4 nests before they start overpowering us with their attacks. I think that would be really awesome. It looks like we are finishing one more. Let's see, do we lose this one? We are not losing this one. We've actually finished this base. Do we have any quick extension from here now? This was nice because it was a very remote base. I kind of don't want to lose loot, and this is why I'm pulling it back with... Well, I should have built battlefield bases over here as well, to be fully honest. And let's get some stuff. Let's drop some stuff as well, because we're not gonna use a lot of what we have here. I want to build a couple more battlefields. Okay, that's good. Save this. I need to remember to make a save right after I destroy a base. Okay, next one. What? Did they already make a new base over here? Where is it? Okay, let's try to go ahead with this. We're already up to a respectable number of units. They're at 120 attack power at this point. so it's quite a bit. But we are pushing through somehow. I'll have to admit, so far this is going way better than expected. I don't have that many battlefield bases and probably lost about 6 of them there. I was really hoping not to have to deal with this attack as well. But actually, it's all good. This one was a bit more messy. But we're good. I think we can push on. Let's save this. I'm not gonna count the intermediary one that we just took out. Let's wait for this one to pass. So we have one there, and that's another small one already active. That's annoying. But yeah, we might push this one because it's fairly isolated. I don't know if I can go for all 3 of them, but let's actually give it a shot. Let's give it a try, see how we do. Put the battlefield here and, well, let's start. That was not great. Get substantially more signal towers down, and I need to actually be able to see what's happening here. Yeah, it's impossible to see anything. Can I get more signal towers? Not many, but we are hitting the core, I believe. Yep, that was the core down. Power over here? No, I didn't. I'm missing steel. Can I get some steel, please? Okay, I want to fall back a bit. Yeah, let's start. I'll leave those two bases there. I'll start focusing on that nest. This should give me more steel as well. Hopefully. Can I get a battlefield to... collect all of that? Okay, that's good. We have implosion cannon. I'll fall back all the way. But this should be able to go back into the main one. Okay, anything good in this one? I'll sort out a couple of things. Ammo, how am I doing? 900 left. There's probably about 500 to 1,000 on the belts. Get rid of the things I will not use right now. Okay, did I save? No, I didn't save. I think I am 5 bases down over here. Well, let's try to make it 6. That went fairly well, I would say. I will make this as a backup place. Let's save this one and let's go. Come on, I need to get this one in the middle there. Survive? No, it won't. I'm gonna lose a few towers here. Hopefully not this one. It's always easier if they only attack the ones at the front. They don't always play nice and cooperate though. That one is being shot by a plasma cannon or something like that. Attack, please. I am being attacked from a different direction, which is probably the worst thing that can probably happen. Because that means my turrets are not firing where it's most important, which is over here. Perfect. Let's fall back a bit. We can save this one. We're gonna call this 6. let's plan ahead for the next one, I guess. Six more on this planet. End of raid. They're preparing to launch another raid. I'm trying to find a good angle to go into this base. I need to get that one down. That one's gonna be easy. That one is a small one, but I kind of don't want to go from this angle. I might have to though. I don't want to go from that angle for sure. Let's get rid of this one though first. Man, they're building like crazy. I'll have to go in from this angle. I hope it's not gonna be a problem. It might be. We'll see. Well, one can hope. Attack incoming here. Let's wait for this to go away. My drones can repair over here. That's not a problem. And now we go in. That was a bit too close, a bit too eager. But we're making good progress. They are coming in grouped, and that's very important. Yeah, they've gotten that one. Managed to save at least one of them. Probably gonna lose something here. They're coming in from many directions. If we can save a couple, then we're good. With these attacks, it's expected to lose a bit more, to be honest. We are hitting the core though. Managed to save those. Core is destroyed over there, but they're still hitting quite hard. This one down? No, it's not down yet. But it will be down now. I get that one. I didn't get that one either. Maybe it's just me being too blind, but yeah, I am finding it extremely difficult to actually follow my cursor over here. Is that one down? I think that one's finally down. Yes, it is. That means we can take a small breather here. Let's call down the battlefields. Call down the towers as well. Do we still have rockets? Some. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this attack? Am I still pulling aggro on that one? I shouldn't. We're 7 down. That one should survive. I'm not worried about that. Why are they attacking so much? Like, this is a bit... Okay, let's override this one. I was a bit surprised by that attack. I didn't like it, so... Okay, come on. Place a tower over here. That's all I wanted. And now, heading down here to analysis. I make a few more. What am I missing? I'm missing the crystals. Do I have those as well? I want to build all of those. I'm out of purples, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal. A few stations here, and let's go. This attack has gone way smoother than I would have expected. Even with all the losses and whatnot, I would still consider this a very big victory, very good success. Whenever I see rockets not flying constantly, I'm always worried that I might have run out of rockets. I know I'm at the limit. Where are we? There's a small base over here and 2 more. Oh, really? 180 incoming, that should be fine. We're down 8. 3 more to go basically with this setup. I do need to have a very close look over here. Yep, exactly as I thought. This is running extremely low on rockets. Okay, let's do a quick trip home. I was hoping I actually have enough rockets. Not Not the best time to do a quick trip home, but I'll have to hope I can fly. I have to hope I can fly past the hive. I think they're aggroing at 0.4 AUs. And I think I'm barely going to avoid them. But avoid them. I'm not gonna avoid them, am I? I might have to load this. They did dispatch. I did cross the 0.4 AU mark. Let's see if I can do anything to run away. Oh no, I cannot turn. I'm out of fuel and I cannot turn. Well, this is... Okay, we need to load that. Again, let's try to do this slightly better. Okay, this time I'm passing way further away, so that shouldn't be a problem. I need to keep enough fuel to be able to maneuver. The planet is gonna pop out from the left-hand side, I believe. Although it kind of looks like it's gonna pop out from the right hand. Oh, did I set the wrong target? No. Okay, and quick correction. And I've actually landed, and I'm actually extremely lucky. I've actually landed in the middle of my base. Okay. Is my inventory full? Of course it is. Full of all the stuff I picked up when fighting. Some of it useful stuff, but okay, I'm expecting to see some power poles over here at some point. How am I doing? That's actually a very good batch of rockets. Let's make a very small refueling pod over here. I should have enough rockets to repel a couple of more attacks, so I'm not necessarily worried about that bit. What did I wanted to do? I wanted to get some belt, and I wanted to get power poles. Full energy. Let's head back. Am I gonna pass straight through? Hopefully not. 3 battlefields. 3 tower. Come on. Break off and fly towards the target. I don't know, for some reason when sometimes when I take off, the takeoff goes really poorly, and I've actually wasted quite a bit of fuel there. The speed is not great. Let's hope they do not destroy that many things. I still have plenty of signal towers. These rockets should hopefully be enough to get me through the last 3, 4. I don't remember how many I have. Maybe just 2 bases. I'm still firing, but actually this is a good thing that I'm firing. I kind of know where I need to aim. Is that a new base? That looks like a new base. Yep, that is a new base already. This is my supply. Okay. This is... That was a fast one. How many planetary bases? I have just 3 left. I've lost over there. Let's head back here. See what's happening. I want to get my power back up, and we'll go ahead. I'll get this one. It should be an easy kill. Let's... More restock. So we get power back up, and we go straight into that one. Get that power, yes I can. Okay, let's resume. Similar pattern. I have 11 signal towers, it's not that many. Can I get a few more? Oh! I'm actually full aggro. I didn't expect to aggro that fast. My hope is that the more bases I kill... pretty sure that the more bases I kill, the less ammo I need to spend to kill a base. As the number of reinforcements should be substantially smaller. Surely I still have ammo, just restocked, and it wasn't like all my turrets were empty. This was a fresh base as well. Okay, launching an attack. Yeah, that's literally the opposite side of the world. I'll backtrack from the other direction. This will give me a bit of time to... No battlefield. Let's restock to build a few more of these. Okay, we have new resources in. That's nice. That was not great. Really, that was an engine? Okay, where is my tower? Hydrogen fuel cells, I started to get some. This is all the way back home, so we're good. Let's clean up my inventory just a bit. I want to make sure I don't get rid of everything that's useful. But I don't want duplicated stacks at the same time. So this is good. We haven't aggroed anything, which is quite surprising. That attack is not coming here. We can clear that. Save this as 9, and what's the shortest path here? This is a good place to attack. They're all gonna be coming from the right direction, so I think I can just go like this. I might have some battlefield bases lost somewhere in hopefully in one of my home battlefield bases. We can start to see them. I kind of remember that wanted to go from this direction. Okay, and let the one begin, I guess. I want to make sure that no matter what happens, these battlefields actually stay powered. Also want to have a lot of signal towers to give them multiple targets to shoot at. Let's put one in here as we can. Towers left, but hopefully it's not going to be an issue. instead, and we can pack things up. They are coming over here. Gonna be a fairly big attack, so that's important for me. Okay, scratch that. It's not gonna be a fairly big attack, it's gonna be a tiny attack. And save this one. We have killed 10, well, 10 bases plus change. Last one should be a formality, one would hope. Okay, that's weird. I don't understand why they're not attacking. I think that's right in front of their base. And that's why I've put battlefield stations on all signal towers. Make sure I don't get one-shotted. I think if the main cannon hits me, that can still cause some serious damage. Light object, there we go. Oh, there was one more unit. And we have liberated. We have liberated the whole planet. Hooray for us. Let's roll everything back. I do need to get international or interstellar flight rolling, because we will need to start importing resources, as our home base is actually rather low on everything. Okay, so let's have a quick look over here. As expected, some of these we did get a lot of resources during this fight, so that's actually a fairly good sign. Anything worthwhile there? I don't think I see anything that stands out. I'm looking for my battlefield stations. For some reason I expected to see more. Anyway, we can do this now. How am I doing? I am... Oh, I still have rockets. 39 of them. Belt is full. I'll say that I still have rockets. that one's full. So nothing to do there. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, let's have a quick look. First of all, home. Home, we're still just one base. Here, did they expand? They did expand. We have 6 bases here. We need to fix that. How far does one of these cover? It will not cover the equator. Which is rather unfortunate. Will this actually connect? I have no idea if this is equal spaced or not, but if this is equal spaced, really? Because the first one was not powered, quite obviously. Right? Right. Let's see if we can build planetary shield generators. Actually, first and foremost, let's connect power. We should have about 13 of these, if I'm not mistaken. 13 very excellent power sources. Where else? They should be fairly well grouped together, and they should be on this side of the planet. I just do not see all of them right now because they're on the dark side of the planet. Okay, this one was actually very close to base. I think this was the first one that I pushed. There's one more over here. So the planetary shield generators are gonna take huge amount of power. But well, hopefully with these things, that's exactly what will have a huge amount of power. There's two more over there. Let's go for those. We can go up from over here. I want to have planetary video towers. Or signal towers. There was another one very close by, so I want to have them because they're probably gonna deploy more until I'm able to fully secure the planet. I'm actually never tried to fully put a planetary shield generator around the planet. I'm not sure what that's gonna do, how that's gonna behave. Hopefully it is gonna behave in a nice and predictable manner, and they'll just leave me alone and not attack the planet. That's probably wishful thinking. This might actually be... I wanted to say the last one, but there's at least one more over here that I totally missed. Base is obviously on the other side, and I don't have steel. So this planet should have enough resources, obviously nowhere near enough to what we would get on a normal map. 80 yield is bad. 100 is good, 100 is good. I'll delete a few that are below 100. I actually had very good placement here. If I sound surprised, is because, well, I am. No steel here. Very little steel. Take the engines, but again, I do not see any steel. Was below 100. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think I needed 2 or 3 more, so it should be enough. And I needed to fly somewhere in this rather general direction. There we go. So there's one here, there was one more over here. Let's do one final check, see if I've missed anything. I did miss 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do I have 3? I don't have 3, most likely. I'm pretty sure I don't have... Oh, I actually have exactly 3. Lucky me, I guess. There were 3 of them very close together. I do not have enough now, that's for sure. This is a lot of free power though. How much I'm doing? 300. And it's gonna go up a bit more even. I do have some of these power balls. Was this the last? I think this might be the last one that I can take. Can I build? No, I cannot build one, so I can definitely not build the stations. You know what? And all of this because I'm too lazy to head back to my battlefields. Sure, let's do that. So this one's gonna do iron. Can I get any sort of power connection, please? I really don't understand how that's too close, but it is what it is. Change recipe here. So yeah, this planet would normally have about 30,000 of each. So what we get there is basically nothing. They've started directing all of their routes over here. How is this looking? Are they building like crazy here? Is it still just 6? It's still just 6. 6 is manageable. I want to check home base. Nothing new here. I really wish I could. View the planet. No such functionality just yet. I do have plenty of iron. I'm not gonna use it here. This is gonna work just fine. Let's make sure that this doesn't go crazy. Resources. Okay, this means I should be able to pick iron from anywhere I want. Or doesn't matter if it's powered or not. Shortest way to my, well, let's call it base, is actually the correct way to find the shortest path is to just go here and then hit escape. The camera always pans on the fastest path. Okay, and let's see, do I actually have particle containers and EM turbines? EM turbines, I definitely have a lot of them. Maybe not a lot, but I have some. Unfortunately, not the same can be said about EM turbines. About particle containers. Have I unlocked them? Yes, I have. I can probably make some. Okay, we're not gonna get gears. We have plenty of gears. Let's grab some more gears because I've run out, or I've probably dumped them. Okay, before I forget, we don't need the saves. Just keep the final one. And I'll keep that one as well, why not? But yeah, basically this is how you take over a planet. I did want to do another save here. I should have at least some graphite. There. Way less than I hoped, actually. Anywhere else? No. But it's gonna give me some. What's the ratio here? It's actually an equal ratio, so I'm gonna get about 40. How much can I get with 40? I can get 8 of these. Actually, 8 of them is not bad. Right now, I don't think I have that many red tags left. That's not a red tag, this is a red tag. High-speed assembly might be an interesting one. This is a yellow tech. We do need to go into yellow tech, but yeah, I'll just queue up. Just queue up everything. It's yeah, that's not gonna be researchable. That's queue full, and there's still plenty of things to research. Okay, I did say that I have plenty of those. Yes, I do. So, technically from, if done right, from one planet we can extract almost everything that we need. Planetary shield. From one Darkfog base we can extract almost everything that we need. What I wanted to say. I don't remember the range on these ones, so can I allow this to draw more power? Is it drawing as much power as possible? No. But yeah, first and foremost, I want to make sure that I have my base covered. This is almost full. And it has a pretty decent range, I would say. Will it reach the North Pole? I don't think it will. But at the same time, let's wait to see how much this expands. Will it expand past this point where it's it passed the initial stage, it's now in normal, so I think it will be all the way up to here. I think that that's gonna be the full extent of the shield. Does it reach out to the equator? It just slightly passes the equator, which is good. This will continue to buffer. Let's see how many squares. So if I go 8 squares from here, I should be should have power readily available. So this will start to power up. Oh, really? Apparently didn't connect those. It should be properly charging now. Though I can continue to cover at least one hemisphere, plus maybe the North Pole. Obviously, it's in the middle of a resource field. I'll deal with that later. Dispatch, I can figure something out, but right now I need a power source. Probably need more of these, so let's make a few spares. That one is charging. That's actually a pretty decent coverage area. Signal towers, I do have signal towers. I don't get it. They've landed outside of the coverage, but yeah, they landed literally outside of the coverage area. million-dollar question. I know I'm extracting iron ore somewhere, but does anybody have any idea where? Oh, there we go. Well, at least one of them enough to... enough to cover this. Okay. Things are progressing. We are slowly securing the planet. I'm gonna spend a bit more time here. Research is progressing. Well, I really hope I still have resources back on the home planet. Maybe I need to start mining some copper to bring back, but yeah, for now we are seeing some so let's do a quick math. How many of these do we need to cover everything? There's gonna be one more in the center, and I'm pretty sure that that's gonna connect everything. And there's 3 here, so there's 3 on the other side. This looks quite symmetrical to me, so that's 6 plus 6 plus 2. That's gonna be a total of 8. Might not have enough of those things. I was sure I had enough for 80 of these. Am I low on something else? No, I have 2 more on me. And I guess that's it. A bit unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. This went... I've said this already, but I'm still a bit surprised of how smooth this went. I guess I've never tried with so many turrets. It's the first time where I usually go just with maybe 30 turrets. Albeit higher stages in game. I've done a few practice runs before I started this series, and it went not this great. Going up to 50 apparently was good. Having lots of ammo was also helpful, and being able to move fast. But yeah, next episode we'll work on, or next stream we'll work on fully securing this, maybe mining some copper, taking some copper out of all the things back to the home base. You usually come here for titanium, but sure, whatever. So we're gonna bring some copper back home to keep that planet running for just a bit longer. I probably should start mining some. We'll work on putting up the planetary defenses. In the meantime, on the home planet, we are hopefully still making rockets. I can actually easily tell, or easily guess. 50k. We have about 10k left. 10k iron ore. The 10k copper that is being mined. Collection plant. Nope. We have 500 left. We need to get get back there very quickly. Yeah, 50k. Those are the two deposits. One is very close to the base. We'll override this one. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you here next time.